and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 532. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer. Alongside Pappy himself, it is Mr. Paul D. Spawn.
Hashtag where's Matt?
No, I just said...
Hashtag where's Matt?
I literally just said I'm not mentioning him for the whole podcast. I said that.
You
Why
said
have
that.
You done that?
I didn't say it.
Hashtag where's Matt? I don't... Look... Fine, we're doing this. Fine. I don't know where he is. I've not heard from him in 3 weeks. I don't know where he is. I don't know if he likes us anymore. I don't know. So don't blame me if Matt was your favorite on the podcast, because I haven't seen him. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. And of course, the one and only Too Fresh Crash. Crash, what game is this?
Pokemon Emerald.
Crash.
I don't know. It's a game. It's definitely not Pokemon Emerald.
On the Game Boy Advance.
I was going to say.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
A Game Boy Advance.
I meant Game Boy Color. I said color. My bad. Yep, go on.
Second of all, I've only played like 3 Metal Gear games. You think I played?
Crash, what game's this?
Played that. There's literally it's a Yu-Gi-Oh game.
It is a Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Yeah, I saw the Konami thing. I was like, it's gonna be a Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Crash, what game's this?
Oh, Metal Gear.
It's Nintendo.
Pokemon.
No,
it's not Pokemon. They do their color thing. Zelda. It's Zelda. I knew
Crash,
it from the beginning. I was just playing around. I was just playing along.
No,
5 points for Gryffindor. Wait, what house are you, Crash?
I think I got Ravenclaw.
That makes a lot of sense.
What does that mean?
Fun fact, did you know that Haley is a Hufflepuff that identifies as a Ravenclaw?
Interesting.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what? I can see that for her. I can actually see that for her.
In her test, she's a Hufflepuff, but she refuses. So her icon in like the test thing is her dressed in Ravenclaw. I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing?
It's very funny.
That's not you, bro. That's not you. But anyway, this is My Xbox and Me, our weekly Xbox podcast right here on youtube.com/My Xbox and Me and all podcast services. If you want to support the show, head over to patreon.com/MCFixer. Find us on all podcast services. Hit subscribe on YouTube. Hit the follow button on Twitch. Quick one, YouTube has changed the way they're doing their live streams. And I think we're going to do a lot more live streams in the future. Number one thing being the podcast. I haven't spoken to the boys about this, so I'm kind of springing on them. They bring out this new thing where you can do public live streams that then convert over to members only. So potentially, I'm thinking we might start doing the podcast live again, where we start the podcast live with topic of the show, or the start of the show, blah blah, all the way up to topic of the show, and then from that point we go into members only, and everyone else can wait until Friday. So yeah, just putting that out there. Might be a piece of information for people that are interested in supporting the show financially by becoming a member over on YouTube and enjoy seeing the podcast recorded live. So yeah, should be interesting. Big shout out to our Patreon producers, Steezy Sam, and of course the one and only Aaron Guard. Appreciate you boys for keeping the show on the road, keeping the lights on, and all of that good stuff. Now all the fun's out of the way, let's get into some bad news. Microsoft, topic of the show this week. Microsoft is raising prices on Xbox consoles in the US again. This one was taken from Tom Warren over at The Verge. Microsoft is raising the price of the Xbox Series S and X consoles in the US market next month. The Series X will be priced at $649.99 in the US starting October 3rd, which is up from $599, and the Xbox Series S will be moving from $399. Will be moved to $399 from $379.99. Microsoft blames the price increases in the change in the microcomic environment. I don't know what that exactly means. We'll get into that in a little bit. Yeah, macro. Okay, whatever. Thank you. Bro, honestly, they could have used any word there at all. Like, it could have been because, anyway. To be honest, I don't really know why, but This
I
is
do.
how the full. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Okay.
Look, the full plethora of consoles for people that don't know, right? Series S was $379.99, gone to $399. The Series S, to 1 terabyte was $429.99, has moved to $449.99. Series X, like we said before, is now priced at $649.99, was $599.99. The digital Series X, which was $4999, has now moved to $5999. The original Xbox Series X price. And then last but not least, the Xbox Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Black Edition was $729.99, which has now moved to $799.99. Teaspoon, kick us off. How are you? Let's start with feelings before we get into the actual why this is happening and things like that. How are you feeling about the price increase? Obviously, doesn't technically affect us yet. But how are you feeling nonetheless?
It's a shame to see in the current, using Microsoft's wording, in the macroeconomic climate, it makes total I know. It makes total sense why they're doing it as a business, but it is a shame for the consumers out there. Obviously, we know the reason. Let's just say it. It's tariffs. It's the reason it's only affecting the US right now. It's the tariffs that are in place in the US. Whether that means that's going to have a knock-on effect for people around the rest of the world and they'll start seeing price increases in the future, we shall see. But right now, there's no sign of that. I do know as part of this, they are not increasing the price on peripherals as well. So controllers and things like that, they're not going up as of yet. But time will tell if that is the case. But yeah, the main reason is because obviously everything is made in China. Tariffs on China.
Crash?
Yep. I echo a lot of Despawn sentiments. I think this generally sucks. I think the tariff situation sucks. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the tariffs over here, computers, so PC parts are exempt. It's specifically like video games are not exempt from a lot of the tariffs.
I believe it is agreements with specific companies. Like I know Nvidia have got
Is
a
it
deal.
specific companies?
Yeah, because let's be honest, this is now the political podcast. Nvidia paid the government a fuck ton of money. I think they gave them like a bunch of like shares that governments now own, that the US government owns, which means they get a lot of money out of it. And yeah, that's why they're now exempt because they did that.
That's where all the 5090s went. I knew it.
That's why you can't get a 5090 now.
Yep. They're building their own gaming PCs.
So yeah, there are specific deals with specific companies, but on a whole, it is like electronic goods and basically anything coming out of China.
Okay, again, as a I'm not as well versed in this conversation as you guys. I don't know about the tariff situation too much. Is this not just a profitability thing though, or this is where my conversation comes into it, right? Like consoles used to reduce in price over time, and obviously we know that consoles are not profitable. Usually at launch, they're not profitable. They can become more profitable as components get cheaper, which obviously that isn't the case now because of tariffs, which is why they're saying the price has to go up. Is that there's been no drop in price at all in the last 5 years when it comes to manufacturing these parts, which is why they're doing this. Am I right?
Pretty much, yeah. The prices of components haven't come down. To ship those components into the US and other countries, the price has gone up anyway. And now obviously on top of just prices not coming down in general, you've got the additional cost of tariffs on top of that. So there's no way that like a company like Microsoft is going to eat those costs. So unfortunately, they have to pass them on to the consumer.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's a hard sell, I have to say. Like for me, this generation as a whole, I don't want to change the subject too much away from the price point, but this generation as a whole just has been kind of stinky, if I'm honest. Like, I don't think we haven't had amazing games across this generation, and it's definitely a conversation for another time. But I don't know how I can say to somebody, yo, go out there and, yo, you want a new game console? Especially my American family and friends that I have, right? Oh, you want a new game console? Yeah, go pick up the new Xbox Series X, sorry, for $649.99.
Yeah,
Like,
I think if you look at like where Xbox is increasing the price, where it's consoles specifically and not peripherals, it's very much so like our consoles are our weakest department, you'd assume. The
yeah,
peripherals we sell on Xbox already, the people are already there, they can buy the peripherals, prices won't increase for them. People who play on PC and other places that can use the controllers and all the other stuff, they can still get it. We're not increasing the prices. I feel like this is sort of like a minimalistic way in an attempt. I wouldn't be surprised if you do see peripherals increasing later, maybe
sure.
hopefully after holiday season. It sticks around till holiday season. Um, you look like you got a confused look on your face, Despawn.
No, I was just looking up to see where they're made. So controllers are generally produced in China, but they are also produced in Malaysia. Yeah,
Mm,
the thing with the controller production, these are the kind of things that it'd probably be a little bit easier to move to a
That's true.
different country
Yeah.
rather than like
yeah,
where
Okay.
you've got like the actual graphical components in in a console. It'd be a little bit harder to move that production line somewhere else.
yeah.
My question for both of you then is obviously we've come down on this sucks. Where does this leave the next Xbox? Like legit, because realistically, we're looking at a handheld which comes out in a month with the ROG, the Xbox ROG. We
Mhm.
don't have a price point for it. So that tells us that it's probably 799 and up. Otherwise, they would have already, the price would have already been out there. That's I think that's a matter of fact, which is about right. It's probably going to be about 850, $850. I think that's the price of the current ROG. We didn't report on it. I know Destin Gary phoned up Best Buy to find out the price, and they just quoted him the same price of what the ROG normal one is. So that kind of got reported as that is the price, which I don't necessarily agree with. But where do you think this leaves the Xbox, the next Xbox, Crash? Like, if we're at $600 now, for sorry, $650, I should say, now for a Series X. What do you think we're
Wha-
looking at for the next console?
One, I think they try and delay it as much as they can in a
Okay.
hope for like tariff situations or something changing. Which I don't think by the time like they have to put this out, like I don't think anything will realistically change. They'll probably have to be. I think you get a. I think you get like a $600 base console, if not more. And like that's like
Okay.
I'm saying like base ground version of
Yeah, yeah,
whatever the
yeah,
next
yeah.
console is, which is a lot, but I think that's realistically what you're looking at in one of the better case scenarios for this. Unless they do like a Series S again, which I think this might push them more towards a Series S because you can keep the cost down because it's a relatively cheaper way to make it. But
I think the opposite.
do you?
I think this pushes them to a one console skew back to like the way they did with PlayStation, in a hope that, like you said, in a hope that eventually tariffs do come down, and components do come down, so they can reduce the price. Bro, $400 for a diskless Xbox is wild.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, we know that physical media is on a downward trend, but that is still absolutely crazy. But the whole point of the S was supposed to be it's cheap. Pick it up, it's cheap. $400, I don't care who you are, $400 is not cheap for a
You
game
know,
console.
it's crazy the people who bought a Series S like early in its lifespan and they're like, I'll buy this until the Series X prices come down and then buy a Series
Yeah.
S. And I was like, oh, the Series S costs more about yeah, it's just it's a wild situation on top of like I don't want to say a lukewarm generation, but a generation where like consoles haven't shined as the platform to play games this generation in general. I feel like the stuff coming out on platforms hasn't been the biggest draw. Not to say that you haven't had hits that are console or like mainly made on consoles. It's just not the biggest place to play games. I feel like for the for this generation for the most part. There hasn't been a whole lot unique there. And part of that is you've seen a shift from a lot of these places to being more pro PC and stuff like that, putting stuff out there. Not
Absolutely.
as much exclusivity across the board, but still, it really, really unfortunate time. Unfortunate might be a really strong word. Odd time to be a console fan, I feel like.
Agreed. Well, it's funny you say that. I'm playing EAFC right now, right? And EAFC has always been notoriously known as a console game, right? Like that's the game that you usually pick it up on a PlayStation, Xbox. Playing pro clubs with the lads, everyone's on PC, and I'm like, this seems so strange to me. But but it's because of things like EA Play and the subscription service. Were like, I don't really want to pay $60 for this, but I will pay $80 and then know I can get EA Play and get Battlefield, and obviously Skate's just come out, and it's like it's strange that people are like go into different spots where they're not used to being. Like I had people, someone JJ in the game was like, he's just like, oh, do I get on Xbox or PC? I'm like, I don't know, get it where you want to get it, I guess. He's like, I'm gonna get on PC. I'm like, first time ever, like first year ever. And even me, I was like, lucky enough I got a code. I was like, I want on Xbox. It just still feels like an Xbox game to me. But yeah, it's strange. You're right. The climate for a console gamer is definitely changing dramatically and quickly.
Yeah, I think the issue is like the gap between the two is getting ever closer each time between consoles and PCs now. Like the ease of access of playing on a PC compared to like playing on what it used to be like.
Sure.
Yeah, like you gotta remember, like used to be, it'd be like you'd have to go manually find your drivers for everything. You'd have to like find a download link for the game you want. Now it's like you got Steam, you've got the NVIDIA driver app that'll just download all the drivers you need. And it's like that's your manual updates right there. You got your Steam auto updates. Everything is updated automatically for you. It's so easy.
It's fine until it doesn't work. Like I've been trying to play Borderlands with Haley, right? So I got my new PC, so my old PC should run it with ease. I had to do so much stuff to get that game to run on that PC. And like it was a point of like, well, why didn't we just buy this on console for you? God damn it. Like, what a stupid, like that's where it's when it works on PC, which to me, for me, it's usually 9 times out of 10, right? Like it works fine. But on that 10th time, there is that moment of just like, why did I not just buy this on console? God damn it. Like, yeah, it is a mess. It is a mess. Having to watch 10 different YouTube videos, especially Borderlands is such a specific case, but like on PC, like to make sure you got the right graphics settings, because it doesn't work well on this, and this, and make sure you turn this off and turn that off and turn this on, but you don't usually put this on another game. And like, oh mate, I'm over this. I just want to play the game.
I feel like proper optimization goes underrated for games that come out on PC.
Yes.
Where it's like you'll talk about the games that are poorly optimized, but you won't really like put it as a plus. Like this game runs like it's super well optimized. I don't really have to go into the settings and mess with like whatever. I'm forgetting the word.
Well, anything, like literally anything, right? Like if I can log onto a PC game and not have to touch the graphic settings in the game, you've done a great job.
If I could just switch it to like ultra high, medium, or whatever,
medium,
and it works perfect,
low,
that's great.
Like, yeah.
The best bit is when
a lot of games have.
Yeah, the best bit is when you just log on and it goes, your best settings are this. Like, cool, set them, done.
Do you know what I like? I like it when they do when you log into the game and you instantly get the benchmark test, where it's and it does the whole like showing you the world or whatever as it goes through slowly, and then it's like you should run on this, and this. I'm like, apply, done. Like that's all I need. Like,
yeah. The best thing is let that run. Go grab your Mountain Dew and your spicy hot Cheetos or whatever, and then come back and crack on for 12 hours.
I don't eat either of those things. I want everyone to know. I don't drink Mountain Dew and I don't eat hot Cheetos. So I don't like that. Red
Fix
Bull
was just before the podcast started. Fix was telling us about how he was dunking his hot Cheetos in his Mountain Dew, and it was the best thing ever.
You're right.
A little weird to me, but you know.
I mean, you know,
you're right.
I don't want to kink shame.
Yeah.
Eating food's a king. Anyway,
the way you do it.
Let's jump into what's been in our box. I didn't do show notes this week. Is this question meant to be here? Are we doing it now? Oh, okay, cool. Orange and Cookie Man says, Paul Despawn's recent new arrival inspires my question this week. Which games do you like to play most when you're in low energy state? My faves from new parent times: Telltale's The Walking Dead, Tetris Effect Connected.
So I put this
Nice,
in here,
easy. Go on.
and the reason I put it in here is because I'm doing it right now. Because obviously I need a low energy game right now because baby up at all hours. So my own low energy game right now is No Man's Sky.
Oh, okay.
So I've gone back to it this last couple of weeks, and I've been really enjoying it. Obviously, they've had like a ton of updates since I last played it. But yeah, it's been really fun just going back through that game again and just seeing all of the improvements. And yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you need a moment to have a stop. You just jump into your ship and just wait. Everything pauses around you, or like nothing like progresses around you. You can play it on your own completely, or you could play it with some friends if you wanna. It's quite easy to just drop in and drop out. And yeah, no, I've been really enjoying my time with it. Yeah, that's my like go-to low energy game right now.
Football Manager.
Yeah.
Football Manager all day, every day. When I'm happy, sad, anything in between, Football Manager is my go-to game, no matter what. Like this year's game, I've not really put crazy amount of hours into it, but I put enough into it. Like I'm playing the save right now where I'm willing, and I think I'm at what am I at? I'm at 168 hours, which isn't a lot for Football Manager for me usually. But yeah, that's usually my go-to one. Usually Resident Evil 2 remake. That's because I know the speedrun on that. I kind of, if I just want to play a game but not think sometimes, I will literally just speedrun the opening of that game. So it's like I can get through like the police station in probably half an hour, maybe a little bit less than that. Which is always fun to sort of just flex that muscle a little bit more. Other than that, what else? I'm trying to think. There's got to be more, but I guess I hate to say it, but I guess GTA Roleplay kind of is that for me. I know it stresses me out, but it is usually my comfort food game of like going back to. I don't know if it's low energy though. I think maybe that's the wrong. Maybe not quite low energy state because that's not. It's not low energy.
I mean, I guess it depends on what you're doing in the game, right? Because like I've seen you play it many times. I've tried it myself. It's like there could be those high energy level, like we're having a big conversation. There's a war. There's all this. Or you could be on the side of a mountain just growing some weed.
That's true.
And it's like just spending your afternoon
circumstantial.
Just like, yeah.
I like selling weed in GTA Roleplay. That's low energy. When you were back in the day when you used to just have locals walk up to you, that was always like, I'll turn on the stream and be like, guys, it's going to be this today. I'm just making money. Just like locals walking up to you selling. So yeah, I guess it sort of ebbs and flows. Crash, you got anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, generally any sort of like grindy game is a low energy game for me, like a Warframe or a Destiny usually are, where it's just like turn it on, go do the grind. I've been playing. I talked about playing the Cobblemon mod for Minecraft. That's sort of a similar thing as well. Anything Ark was back in the day, the ones where like you can have like more like I need to be super focused moments, or I can just like go do the dumb grinding for material that I need for to build some stuff out. Anything like that where it's just sort of like turn off brain, play game, and just don't even think and just like sort of skate on by.
I mean, Minecraft's a great one. Back in the day for me, Minecraft was always I don't know what to do. Should we play Minecraft? All right, boom. And then playing that was
stick in easy mode. Just build a house in a field somewhere.
Yeah,
exactly. I feel accomplished. Like I did this. This is me.
I made this.
Yeah. I did. It was me. I did this. I did this. Yeah.
I could say a new recent one for me. Talking about like that grinding game is like Path of Exile 2. So I picked it up when it first dropped in early access, and I've just dropped a new update a couple of weeks back. So before the baby came, I was just like in prep of just like having nothing to. I didn't really want to focus on anything new. So I was like, I'll just jump into this for a little bit and check it out. And yeah, put a few hours into that, and that was nice because it's just like you go for a mission, you head back to town. It's like a 30-minute loop. You're good, and like you don't really have to think about it. Just kind of like press the buttons to do the attacks, and everything goes wee.
FIFA as well. I'll put that on there. FIFA's like, hey, he's cooking dinner, but I still want to play something. Cause like, I'll play a match of FIFA, and that's very low energy, low state. So yeah. All right, boys, let's jump into what's been in our box. Great question, Orange Cookie Man. Thank you very much. I'll start because I played quite a bit this week. Checked out the brand new Rainbow Six event. So as most of you know, obviously, Rainbow has quite a lot of events nowadays. They do like these limited time modes. This one was the Mute Protocol, which it was already technically not brand new, but it had been reworked. So it's Mute Protocol, Metal and Flesh, or Flesh and Metal, actually, I think it's called. And what it is, it's a 6v6, you respawn, but it's pretty much gun game. That's what it is. But it's also up. So the whole objective of your team is to have somebody go from 1 to 10, with your gun changing every time you get a kill. But there's also health upgrades on the map and gun upgrades. So hypothetically, if you got stuck on, say, you were stuck on a shotgun and you kept dying, every time you die, you go back a level as well, like a gun. But if you got stuck on the shotgun, you could technically just run to one of the gun upgrades and skip the shotgun and then go on to the next gun, which I think is kind of neat. I really enjoyed it, played it for 3 hours. Again, it was sponsored, but again, I'm allowed to say what I like and don't like about it either way. I really enjoyed it. It's very chaotic, it's very fun. I think it's like, the thing I like about these modes for Rainbow is I understand why they exist. They exist to bring in new players, and not only new players, but also players that are not good at the game get to just enjoy Rainbow for what it is. And again, obviously the hardcore fans don't always love it, but for someone like me who enjoys the mechanics of Rainbow, it's always nice to play that and feel like I'm accomplishing something. Like I went MVP through it, a few matches. I played well, and I was like, yeah, this feels good. Like I'm not sitting here sweating my butt off in ranked. So yeah, it was nice. So, but I've enjoyed that. So if you enjoy Rainbow and you haven't played in a while, the Mute Protocol event is on all the way. I think it's going until the end of the month to check it out. So
yeah,
if you haven't played it, definitely do it. Yeah, definitely go do it, because it's definitely worth it if you enjoy Rainbow. That is. Other than that, played more Borderlands played more Borderlands 4. Yeah, it's there's a. I feel like last week I came on and I was very. It's more Borderlands, and I think this week is exactly the same. One thing I forgot to say last week that is very noticeable this week from the bits that I've played is I forgot to say the movement is the best movement in any Borderlands game.
Yeah,
bar none. Like traversal in this world, with the new jet. Like I don't know if it is a jetpack. I don't know what they exactly call it, but like the glide. I think it might be a glider. You technically can glide. Obviously, you got your full damage that doesn't happen as well. Like you can jump off anything, but being able to be very high up and then just glide across somewhere feels very fulfilling. And then using that glider when you're fighting enemies as well feels great. Yeah, it is probably my favorite movement in a Borderlands game so far. The humor, like I say, if you're somebody who enjoyed Borderlands but you were definitely put off by Claptrap, I would consider playing this, because Claptrap has been very much muted in this game. Like, don't get me wrong, he's still there, but he's nowhere near as obnoxious as he used to be. They even have a Claptrap slider in the game where you can turn him down as well, which is very interesting, and like turn him to like. So if that was one character that specifically turned you off to the game, you don't have to deal with it really. And he's not the same Claptrap as he used to be honest, so far from what I've experienced anyway.
Is the voice pipe job
but
on?
yeah, no,
Then I don't want to know.
no. You don't want that in your life. Have you seen the film? Because I have. No, it's not great. It's not great.
Oh, okay.
Even Jack Black couldn't save Claptrap there. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm still enjoying it. Still enjoying it. Me and Haley are planning on playing it today after we finish podcasting. So that should be fun. Finally get to play it co-op. I regret not telling you both to pick it up. I will say that. I think we would have had fun playing this game, but it's hard for me to say to somebody to go and pay 70, 80, 90. The special edition of this is $120. It's hard for me to say go and spend that type of money on this if you don't like Borderlands. That hasn't changed. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. Again, all the quality of life features that I said last week, menu system still feels great, selling items still feels great, replaying bosses still feels great. You know, the story of what I've experienced so far is interesting. I don't know how much it's really going to be mind blowing. It's a Borderlands game. Let's be honest. It's not really going to be. It's not the
It's
Last of Us we're playing here, exactly. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying switching my brain off and just shooting bad guys with 101 different guns. So yeah, enjoying that. Like I said before at the top of the show, EAFC has finally just come out. Thank you, EA, for the code. Been playing a bit of that. Did some online seasons, which is like where you play your normal teams, not Ultimate Team or anything like that. It feels good. There's a lot of sounds like I'm repeating myself, but like a lot of quality of life fixes that have gone into FIFA this year. They've got 2 different game modes now. They've got like an authentic mode and a competitive mode, let's say, where competitive mode's like very fast, not very realistic football, more skills and like pullbacks and things like that. I don't play on that mode. I play on authentic mode, and it feels like a real football match, which is nice. Slow build up. Sometimes players feel like they should, especially in the Tottenham team, because that's who I was playing as. And then I play pro clubs as well, which is the most fun I have in FIFA every year. So,
nice.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
I feel like since sports games in general stopped being at E3, I'm so out of touch with sports games. Not that I ever really was.
I agree.
But you used to get like the worst parts of the shows in my case, a lot for me personally, a lot of times was the sport games, but you get updated like, oh, this is like the new thing. The right thumbstick will let you do tricks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm completely out of the loop with stuff like that in sports.
Yeah,
games.
they don't show up at showcases anymore. Like you don't
at all.
You don't see Xbox always had FIFA, and then obviously it went over to PlayStation for the PS4 gen. Xbox had NBA. So like it used to be you do your prediction episode, it was like lock-ins of like FIFA insert year here will be at the showcase.
Yeah.
Maybe Messi shows up. You don't see that anymore. Yeah, they don't do it anymore. I guess they probably looked at their bottom line after COVID and was like, why are we putting this much effort in? We're gonna make the same amount of money either way.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, it's good. It's good. I enjoyed it. I'm having fun with it. Pro Clubs has been revamped, so you've got new archetypes for each player. So like each player you make, you can be a target man, or you can be a this, or you can be a that. You know, all these positions that I'm sure no one listens to podcasts really cares. But I don't love the changes they've made to Pro Clubs, only because back in the day you used to be able to play any position at the start. So now you pick a position and an archetype, and then you have to unlock the other archetypes. So for someone like me who plays, used to be, I would just slot in any position. I'd let the boys go play striker or winger or whatever, and then I'd make a defender. Now, I made a midfielder as my first character, archetype, and then I made a striker as my second, and then I needed a defender because the boys have come on. But I can't just make a defender. So right now I'm having to play with my midfielder at left back or centre back, which is quite annoying because it when you put them in the position, it's like bad fit, or it tells you like this is not the archetype you should be using for these positions. So that's frustrating, but in the same breath, I haven't really grinded the game right now, and I can see why they've added these new archetypes and that whole system, because number one, you can use FIFA points now in Pro Clubs, so it's not just in Ultimate Team. Ultimate Team used to be where you spent your FIFA points, where you'd be opening your packs and things like that. That's not the case anymore. You can now use them in Pro Clubs, incentivizing obviously to be used for real money, which you definitely don't have to, but I haven't played enough to say I feel the grind is there yet. But I do have 2,000 FIFA points, and I am very much like, maybe I'll just use them on Pro Clubs, which I don't really play Ultimate Team, so it kind of works in my favor that they allow me to do this, but I do think it's a slippery slope, where at first, I think they've seen what's happened with NBA and gone, they make a shed ton of money out of their microtransactions on each, because with NBA you pick your position and then you have to put all your VC in each different position, and that's pretty much what they've done now with Pro Clubs. Like each character has their own, so you don't, once upon a time you would level up your character and then you could put it in each of the different positions. So if you're midfielder, you have points left over. Not anymore. Like, you're playing the midfielder, you're only leveling up the midfielder. You're playing your defender archetype, you're only. So I'm like, I see what you're doing, the AFC and the EA. I see what you're doing. I don't hate you for it, but I see what you're doing. I definitely see.
It sounds to me like they are punishing the people like yourself who used to play, like, I'll just jump into any position.
Sure.
Like, now you can't do that really anymore because, like, without paying or grinding a ton of hours.
I can't blame them though, you know? I really can't. Like, it doesn't bother me enough.
Right.
Yet. Like I say, I went one day. I only played the game for one day. I only played the game for like 1 or 2 days, 2 days. Like, let's see how bad the grind actually is, and then I'll be able to come on and slag them off. But right now, I can't.
Where to the entire squad wants to be midfielders, and you're stuck with the only midfielder character.
That's pretty much where we're at now. Like, literally, everyone wants to be midfielders and wingers. No one wants to be a striker or a defender. And they're like, all right, I'll make a defender. Oh, wait, I can't. So, yeah. Frustrating. But there was something else that I've played, but I can't think of it right now. I don't know. We'll move on. Yeah, clearly can't. Move on to you, D-Spawn. What have you been playing?
So as I mentioned right at the beginning, I played No Man's Sky. Again, just enjoying that in my free time. I jumped into a couple of new things that jumped out. So the very first one was the Skate Early Access is now live.
How is it?
It is good with a whole lot of caveats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, it feels like Skate in an open world because that's what it is. So if you are used to the old Skate games of, like, you know, using the analog stick to trick and that kind of stuff, it is all that. Like, nothing has really changed from that. The open world itself feels interesting. Like, it feels quite varied. There's like 4 or 5 different hub areas that you can run around in. And Skate, you can jump on and off your board and like climb up buildings to get to like hard to reach spots and stuff like that, which is quite cool. It's nice seeing other people just skating around you. So you're just going through the different missions and just seeing like a load of people doing those missions around you while just skating around the area and pulling off tricks is quite cool. The thing that lost me is just the heart of the game. Like, while the game itself is competent enough, it just doesn't feel like it has enough heart to it. Like, it feels very clinical, like super clinical. Like, everything feels like a game designed by committee. Like, not like, well, you know, when you play like the biggest comparison. But the biggest comparison is obviously Tony Hawk. Like, you play Tony Hawk's down to the soundtracks, the characters, the levels. Everything just feels like that heightened level of like fun. It's like fun is the key part. This is very much the opposite of that. It's very much like, you go to a mission area, do the same, like, I think in the time I was playing, there's like maybe 3 or 4 mission types.
Okay.
And nothing really changed between those except where you were doing those mission types. So it's very much a case of like, you either do a perfect line and like get the different collectibles throughout that line, or you have to do a specific trick on a specific item in the world and pull off a grind into a jump trick and get a certain point, or do like a 900 flip in something and those kind of things. And it's very much a case of those are the 3 missions and that's it. Like, there's nothing really interesting.
It is early access.
It is. I will give it that. Give credit where it's due. It is early access, but the main part of it is it feels, it's the worst thing to say, it feels very geared to loot boxes. Like, incredibly geared to it. Like, every mission you do is to unlock points to unlock a loot box. And there are 2 types. So there's obviously in-game loot boxes of just like that you earn within in-game skill points. And then there is obviously the premium ones, which is where all the good stuff is.
Of course.
I will say, like, they are bad. Like, the in-game ones are bad. Like, I think I unlocked 4 different versions of the same t-shirt in a different color, 3 different socks, and 4 different of the same shoe type in a different color. It's just different colorways for each one. And it just feels... Go on.
Can you earn the premium one, or is the only way to get the premium one to drop your credit card?
In the time that I played, I didn't see a single way to earn one in-game. It very much feels like you have to buy for those premium currencies.
And the premium one is still like a loot box. It's randomized what you get, or you get to, like...
No, the premium ones are like, it's like a skin pack. So similar to Fortnite, where you would get like your back bling and things like that. I think
Yeah.
in this one you'll get an outfit. You can get some that just have outfits, or you have one that does outfits, skate deck, and wheels, and like stickers to put on the side of your deck. Things like the things that you won't see 9 times out of 10, and things like that.
So 2 mindsets from what you've said. One,
Go.
I feel like Fix was I agree with Fix early access. I think a lot of like the soul and like the mission structure, like a lot of that stuff can change. You can get more
Yeah,
variety off of that.
absolutely.
But in the same vein of it being early access, having premium stuff you're selling in an early access feels incredibly gross.
Chris, they've been selling this before it was even in early access.
Yeah, there was premium currency
That's so
in closed
gross.
beta.
That's been there when it was in testing period.
Mhm.
Oh, that is so gross.
Yeah, they put it in the last testing phase just to test it out. They said obviously when you move to the early access phase, it carries over, but yeah,
Yeah, but what games usually do when you're testing it is like, hey,
give you free. Yeah,
everything's technically free, but this is all gonna be paid stuff. But you're gonna be, oh wow, okay,
yeah.
okay. I see
Look,
the game. Yeah, I see the game.
Look, the problem is for me with Skate, right? I haven't played the new rebrand of Skate. Skate was good.
Mhm.
Like, I don't understand why they didn't just make another Skate. Like, they've gone with this new live service, open world. Like, I understand it from like this new game I don't want to play it.
Yeah,
Is the problem. Where
yeah,
like
this is
if
the
this
thing,
was a premium
But-
Skate 4. If this was a Skate 4, like I would have probably picked this up at $50, $60, $70, enjoyed my time with it, played the career mode or whatever it was, and then would have been like, oh yeah, Skate's back, done. Where now, someone like me who enjoys sports games, by the way, just has no interest in jumping into this. Even where they've released it, I feel like it's a weird time for them to have released it as well. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but
It feels like the same way you were talking about what EA did with EAFC to a certain degree, where they're like, oh, this is what NBA does. It seems like, oh, it's an open world skate game. NBA became open world when you're
well, that's what
player character and stuff like that. It feels very much like they're looking at NBA and they're like,
WWE's
what's the...
same thing with WWE, right? WWE have gone with their open world, like everything's becoming this hub world. Like we want you to. We all know you didn't make it as a skater, so here you go. Here's your games. You can be the skater. You didn't make it as a wrestler, so here's your game that you can be the wrestler and spend your real money on. Whatever the thing is in the shop, the shiny new thing. So yeah, I mean, it's a shame.
I'll give them credit. Like the open world feels good itself. Like going around the different areas feels pretty well designed. In so much as like the lines are really good. Like you can build your own. Like they do have an ability where you can drop your own like ramps and things into the world. So if you just want to build your own little park area, or do like a specific trick off a specific item, you can just do that, and that's quite cool. I'm interested to see how that will play out in the wider thing of like. It doesn't feel like it plays into any mission types. Like it just feels like that's an open world activity that has no bearing on anything, and it's just kind of there for fun. And it is quite fun. Like you do get to just drop in, and just drop. I set up a couple of ramps and just made like just a little half bowl and just tested some skills out in it, which was quite cool. But when you're doing the mission types, like the mission types are very not varied, and it kind of gets a bit old pretty fast.
I have a question,
Go.
and maybe this is just my naiveness when it comes to skating. What variation could you have on mission types in a skating game?
I don't know. Like that's a good question. Like right now, the 3 main mission types that I've seen are collect these 7 items on a line, do a specific trick of one like piece of like one item in the world, like whether it be a ramp or a grind rail or something like that, or it's just in this area, which is like it's got like a soft wall where if you go out it tells you. It's like do a specific amount of points in this area, and that's
as I say, the higher points ones that clearly
yeah.
gotta be there, right?
Yeah, and that's it. Like I don't know what else you could do. Like you could have like the classic, like I don't know, maybe like I think they had it in the early skate games where you could do like playing against NPCs or playing against other player characters. You could do like the
That had
skate or the
Cannonball
horse.
mode as well.
Yeah,
I think
horse
that
like.
was like one of the big things people used to love.
So the Hall of Meat thing is in there,
Yeah.
but it feels very watered down. So you like in the previous games where it'd be like try and break as many bones as possible.
Yeah.
Now they've got a whole thing where like, in game there is this technology which means you won't take damage if you fall off a building. Which it's explained in a really bad way. But basically there is a private company that's created this medical aid, which means if you fall off a building you won't take damage. So you could do these cannonballs off buildings, land and things, and you don't take damage. And it's like quite cool in concept, but the fun of skate was like jump off a building, see how many bones you could break, and that was a high score thing. That's not there. It's like nowadays it's just like jump off a building and see if you can land in this trash can. And it's like
Sounds
on paper it sounds fun, but in actual play it's not, because you basically you glide, you fall, and then it's just you kind of like trying to bounce towards the trash can, and like it's like okay, cool. It's not hard, but it's not like fun in any way. And yeah, like I haven't played it with other people yet, but I don't see there being much variation in that either. And from what I've seen from other people, it is very siloed. Of like, you will play with other people, you'll do the same missions, but you'll only ever see your version of that mission until the other players have finished.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, early access, so there is time for them to turn it around, and I hope they do, because like the bones of it there are pretty interesting. There's not enough heart in it for me right now.
Fair enough. Before you move on to your next game, we got a question that came in from Orange and Cookie Man, who says, as a fighting game aficionado, did I say that right? I think I said it right. Has Crash, I know you have, so has Crash played any of the Y2KO open beta? Who was his favorite character so far? I know you have played it, Despawn. Crash, have you played it?
Yep, I've played it.
Perfect. Well, you can both ask the question then. We'll start with you, Despawn. How is it?
As a fighting game non-aficionado, like basically I suck at fighting games. I jumped to it just to try it out because I got access today before we went live, and I'm enjoying it. Like for what it is, I think it's pretty interesting. I'm not a massive tag fighter fan, but I think they did a really good job with this one. Like I'm enjoying the characters. I'm really enjoying Echo right now. I think Echo's really fun. And I can't remember the other guy. He's one of the characters that was locked to start with. Is the big like round robot.
Blitzcrank.
There you go. A Blitzcrank. Yeah. So I really enjoy him as well as my kind of like, so Echo and Blitzcrank is kind of like my two like fast fighter, like light mover, and then a heavy hitter. Like they're a really good like balance for me, I think. But yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I am losing almost every match I fight in. Which is unsurprising because, again, this isn't my kind of game usually. But I never feel like I'm losing it because it's a bad game. I feel like it's losing because it's a skill issue, like 100%. Yeah. And I feel like I'm already starting to pick up those skills as I'm playing. I think I've done like 5 or 6 games so far, and I'm already enjoying it.
Sorry. The moment there was I just remembered the other game that I played. Sorry, okay. Carry on, Crash.
Yeah. But Crash, you tell me about your time with it.
Yeah, I've only played a few matches too. I haven't played too much of it this time. When they had the last closed beta, I did play, which they've added a few characters since then. I think the only character that I've really played that I'm like, I enjoy this character is Vi. Every other character I like well enough. Like I like Echo. Echo and Ari are the two characters that go into like that second slot for me, but neither of them are sort of like perfect characters. So I'm still waiting for like that final character for whatever my team would be. They do have some interesting options in this where you can have it where like you only play the point character, so you play the one character, and the second character will have a little bit more options, or there's another one where you only play that character and they're a bit more buffed up, which is interesting to see sort of these tag games try and fix this, because the Marvel fighter, I forget its name, Token Fighter or whatever it's called,
Token
sort of
Fighting Grounds?
Yeah, has its own way of dealing with this, where it's like you can only play the point character in that game as well, and there's only one health bar. So sort of seeing the way these games are like, we want to create unique tag games, but one of the biggest drawbacks from tag games is actually new players learning the multiple characters, and so sort of how they're trying to deal with that is really interesting. I enjoy it so far. I do think it's really well made. I think it's unique in the way it plays as well. You don't have your normal sort of inputs for the specials. You use the triggers on a controller. I don't know if there's alternate inputs for it. I haven't really looked too much into it. But it's fun so far. It's very clean, which is not too surprising. I feel like from a Riot game, I'm interested to see how this game does long term. Because I think once the game comes out fully out of beta, I think it'll do good. It's a League of Legends game, a fighting game. I think it'll have the buzz. People will play it. But where will this game be like a year from now, right? Because if you're looking at some of the other fighting games, like you look at a Dragon Ball Fighters, there's still people who actively play that game. If you look at some of the older Marvel vs. Capcom games, there's still people who actively play that game. I think this game has a potential to be in sort of that conversation. It's just, will it stick the landing for me?
Yeah, I'm interested in that as well. Like right now, I think there is with the like locked characters. I think there's like 3 of them in total. I think there may be like 10 characters to choose from right now, which isn't a lot in a fighting game kind of like roster. So I'm interested to see as they start adding more into that. I do know that this closed beta is supposed to be a ongoing closed beta. So like it will end. So I think it's just going to be an enclosed beta and then an open beta until it kind of like until it officially launches. I know there's talk of them like trying to push massively to be ready for Evo next year. So I imagine there'll be a lot of updates to this game as it goes. It is, from what my own experience, super easy to get into the beta. I filled out the thing in the website like maybe at 10 a.m. this morning, and by 10:30 I got an email saying I was in. So if you do want to get in, do it. Just go to their website. And yeah, but no, I'm really enjoying it so far. It is like, I'm kind of like out of the loop when it comes to a lot of fighting games. Like I do enjoy a fighting game, but I'm never like put my time into one. But with this one, I feel like this could be one that I would put a lot more time into. I do like the idea, which Crash, I don't know if you'd be down for it at some point. Like you can do 2-player as well, so each person can control their one character. So I would let Crash carry me 90% of the way, and then I would jump in to help at the end and take all the glory.
Opposite. You gotta go in and fight and try and take out as much health as you possibly can, and then pray that Crash carries.
Just Crash does the carry at the end. Yeah, no, I'm down.
You know what? There's 4 of us on this podcast. You know, we get on here.
Oh, hey,
me and Spawn on a team, and then Fix and Matt on a team.
Who?
I love that you guys were in sync for that.
I mean, I do want to try and play this more. Like, I am really enjoying it. It's a shame it's not a Steam game because I could love to sit at the sofa and play this on the Steam Deck.
I just searched on Steam for it, and
no, it's through. It's through Riot's launcher.
I hate to be that guy. I lost interest instantly.
Yeah, Riot Launcher also, you have to have Vanguard installed in it, which is like their anti-cheat. It's kernel level. It's annoying, and 100% I could see people just being like, nope, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
It would be cool to see this come out on Steam, but I don't think it'll.
No, I don't think it will.
Less barrier to entry is the important thing nowadays, I think, for anything. So, yeah, it's interesting. Crash. Sorry, Daysman, you got more you've been playing?
No, that was it. I was just going to say, I do like the they've done the similar thing of I think it was in Street Fighter 6 where they've introduced the little arcade club, where there's like just an arcade. Where you just run around and go to the machines to use to pick fights.
That is Arc System Works does that quite a bit in a lot of their games as well. But I do like that as well.
Yeah.
I have played a few games. One of them was 2XKO, which we want to talk about. I just really quick have to point out when I saw Dead Eaten by Wolves, I didn't see that it was for Matt. And I thought that was a game. Yeah, and I was so confused.
I was about to Google it when I highlighted it. And I was like, wait, no, that's not don't need to do that. Don't need to do that.
Yeah. Look behind the curtain. We always make a list of the games that we've been playing so we can look for trailers and stuff. And under Matt's name, I just put Dead Eaten by Wolves. If you were wondering what happened to him. He's dead. Eaten by wolves.
Crash, what have you been playing?
I played Escape the Backroom, which is a co-op horror puzzle game.
Crash, sounds like all the things I love to do. Co-op.
Yeah.
Horror.
Puzzles.
Puzzles?
Puzzles?
Who'd you play with?
Fix, I'm gonna reiterate puzzles. You love puzzles?
When I have a smart cookie like you with me, Crash, I can achieve anything.
I hate you sometimes. um,
How is it? It doesn't look good. I've got to be honest.
it is. It's good. I enjoy it. It's fun. But I think a lot of the enjoyment comes from playing it with people. I think
Yeah,
on its
sure.
own, if you run through the game on its own, it is not a super fantastic game. I think the puzzles and the horror elements are interesting enough. I think there's some parts that like are pretty terrifying. Do you guys mind spoilers?
Now you're gone.
There is, I think it's like the second level, so it's fairly early on. There is a monster that will kill you and then turn into you, and then it'll have like voice lines that it'll say or whatever.
Oh, cool.
So there are like stuff like that that's very cool. So there's moments where it's like enjoyable. I think overall it is an enjoyable moment of like going from like, oh, this is kind of a scary moment to like, oh, this is a funny moment, like whatever. It's one of those like hang out with friends and have a good time sorts of games. And it does it pretty well. I don't think I'd put it like up there with a Repo or Lethal Company for me, but it is not super far off, I feel like, from those either. And then I've also played Crisol Theater of Idols, which is, I think this got revealed this year, or was it last year? It is the game where you reload your gun with blood. I don't remember if you remember Matt talking about it.
Oh,
He
yeah,
had
yeah,
played it.
Yeah.
They put out the demo. You can play it on Steam. I played it for about 10 minutes and I quit.
Oh, really?
I do not like it. I do not think the combat is super great. I see the direction they went for with the combat. But a big part of the combat is melee, and I don't think melee feels particularly good. And maybe they want you to sort of run away from fights and encounters, which they do mention that, but I don't know. I just don't like the whole vibe of it, but they do seem to put you somewhere in the middle of the game. So maybe if you go in from the beginning, you get a better experience of it. But from what I played, the chunk they gave me, which a demo's goal is to sell you on it, it did the exact opposite. I was interested in this game already. It gave me some sort of Bioshock-esque, more horror element vibes, and it kind of just completely sold me out of it, where I'm not super interested in it anymore.
That's a shame.
That's a shame.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, because I saw there was quite a lot of buzz around this around SGF time, because I think it got revealed there. And I know like Matt talked about it because it was part of the Future Game Show at the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Which you guys obviously saw because you reacted to the showcase, right?
We did.
Yeah. We did that one.
So you know, that's where you saw it. So yeah.
Wait, stop. Wait. I don't like the tone in which you've taken
that. Was so much shade.
Because we actually did play. We did actually react to it.
Did you react to the live from after as well? The one that I worked on.
Look, here's the thing.
There's only so many hours.
You and Matt need to clarify what you guys work on and don't work on. Okay. We were never informed of this, and so we thought we did the good friend thing.
That's facts. Crash. Let's not get twisted. We did the good thing. At least we did it.
You did a good thing, yeah. The rest of the team were very happy with you.
Really quickly, just because the fact you mentioned that game, I looked at it at Steam, and there's a game I actually sent you, Deespun, on TikTok. I don't know if you remember or not. I don't know if you check your TikTok messages or anything. There's a game called Eyes of Hellfire.
Oh no, I haven't checked that one out. There was another one you sent me that I did check out, which I don't think was great.
This is it's a co-op gothic horror game, inspired like by tabletop, and I really want we'll probably bring Haley in to play with us because Matt won't be around. But I really want us to play it. I think it's free. It's got friend pass as well, so I don't know how it works in terms of like do only one of us have to buy it or whatever. But yeah, I really wanna check this out.
So I'm watching the trailer right now, and I've got it up for the video listeners as well, watchers as well. It looks interesting, like isometric top down, like quite gothic looking. You take it looks like you take like psychic damage from ghosts, and you use cards to like make decisions.
Yeah,
it looks quite cool. And this is all multiplayer as well.
We should give it a whirl. Yeah. It's I think it's for from what I remember, it's 4-player co-op.
Okay.
So
it says friend pass for 4 players. One person buys it, and then 4.
Oh, perfect. Then I'll pick it up. Then there we go. Perfect. Okay. Cool. Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen soon. Well, it'd be perfect for a Halloween stream next month, to be honest.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool. So, just saying, Crash, I am planning on doing 31 Days of Horror.
Are you?
Eventually, I am for next
Resident
month.
Evil 5?
I was going to say, eventually, but Crash, hear me out. You've never played Resident Evil 6. Now, Crash, do you really want to hate the Resident Evil series? Because let me tell you, I can take you on a journey. I can take you on a journey.
That is a journey.
Well, if you want to keep loving it, I'll play 5 with you. I'll play 5 with you. Maybe I can convince Despawn to play 6 with me.
Sorry, I've got a baby to raise.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. I understand.
Puppy over here. And
Matt will play with you.
Yeah, Matt, definitely.
He's the biggest Resident Evil fan on this podcast. Play with you.
Look, guys, we're an hour and we need to get key. Let's keep it moving, all right? Crash, what else you been playing?
I played Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. It's the MOBA game that I got announced a while ago. It finally came out on PC. It's good. It has good controls. It's cool, interesting. I don't know how long it'll last. I won't get too into it. I haven't played too much to really get too into the nitty gritty of it. Seems like a fun time if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan and you like MOBAs ish. If you like Pokemon Unite, I think that would probably be the biggest example of maybe
what I was about to say. This looks like Pokemon Unite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, give me those vibes as well.
Yeah.
Well, you report back next week if it's any good, yeah? All right, let's get into this week's dashboard and get through some of the news before we get out of here. Microsoft's Fab Game Saves could finally make cross-save seamless between Xbox, Steam, and more. This was from Jez Corden over at Windows Central. I will admit, I'd never heard about this, Despawn. So you've added, I think you did the news this week. What is this?
So this is basically Xbox's ability to use cross-save as a universal platform. So it's something that developers could use to add cross-platform saves for free. Kind of. I will clarify that in a second, but I'll read it quickly if you want. Sure. So Microsoft is introducing Fab Game Saves, which could bring some massive benefits not only to developers, but also gamers, particularly those playing frequently across multiple platforms. Fab Game Saves will allow players to sync their save files from Xbox console and Steam PC versions of games, promising to eliminate the complexity for both developers and users alike. So it will support both offline and online play and accounts for version conflicts and software dependencies. So if you're playing a different version of a game, it'll still support it and you'll be able to use your saves. And it's going to use fast synchronization, so you don't have to wait for it all to sync forever. Basically, it's going to use it looks like it's going to be a similar cross-save functionality that the Xbox games already use, but open that up to third-party developers off of the Xbox ecosystem. They did say in their announcement that if you launch your game on Xbox and use this, you'll be able to use it for free. But if you're not launching it in the Xbox ecosystem, you can still use it, but there will be pricing related to it. So it's kind of basically like that whole universal window. When I said, right, to clarify, the pricing will be for developers to implement it, not for gamers.
Yeah, but my issue is, that's fine. I get it. My issue is like, indies. They're not, how expensive is it? Because that's the pricing will be the most probably.
Yeah, but the clear answer is just develop for Xbox, which is kind of what they're trying to do with this, right?
That's also like that doesn't eliminate the pricing. That just adjusts where the pricing is going, which I guess you get more money off of releasing on Xbox. It's not going to say that you don't, but it doesn't.
Yeah, another platform for sales. Like,
yeah,
on paper, it's a win-win for them, right? They get free access to this, and they get another market starter selling. True. Is the way that they're selling it, obviously. But yeah,
of course.
For the gamers, I mean, the big thing is obviously being able to use your saves wherever you want, regardless of where you bought a game. It's kind of this whole, it's another thing that feels like it's playing into the whole unifying aspect of Xbox, of being able to play anywhere. Now they're just kind of like pushing that to other storefronts as well. Like, if you want to pick up your game on Steam, you can still play. And if you also play on Xbox, you can carry that save over. Like, I mean, right now, a lot of companies will have this thing where you can like log into their website. Like No Man's Sky have got it specifically for cross saves, where you have to log into No Man's Sky's website, set up an account, link all of your platforms to that account, to then be able to cross save across those accounts because it's linked to their website.
I don't mind that.
I don't mind it, but if there's a way that they could just be like, it's all unified,
Sure.
like simplicity, right? One less step for a gamer because we're all dumb.
Here's my question: what happens the next time a Silk Song comes out and Xbox services go down? Does the system go down?
Good question. I don't know. I'm not a developer.
Yeah, that's because if I'm not mistaken, the Xbox store went down for Helldivers as well.
Everything went down.
Everything. Oh, for Silk Song,
for
Hell specifically.
Silk Song,
Helldivers,
everything went down.
Sure.
I think Helldivers went down for a little bit. I could be mistaken about that.
Interesting. Okay.
So just curiosity there with that. I think overall this is a good thing for gaming. I feel like more cross save, and this is something that I think 10 years ago when I played, not even 10 years ago, but when I played on my Xbox more, I would have loved a feature on this. I think the one thing to note is that if it's not a Play Anywhere title, which Play Anywhere titles generally already let you cross save. Some don't, but I think for the most part they do. You have to buy the game on both ecosystems, on Xbox and on Steam or wherever else you're playing. You need 2 copies of the game to utilize this. Just
you still need to do this.
To do that with this. Yeah. Cool. Okay. This next story wasn't what I thought it was.
Okay.
Because I thought it was about something else, but it's very interesting. So I'm going to let you carry on because this is clearly a you week. So carry on, my friend.
It's my time to shine, baby. So next story is Xbox experts warn Nintendo's new stance on mods could undermine gaming innovation and legal protections. So this is taken from Jennifer Young over at Windows Central. Nintendo's ongoing legal battle with Palworld developer Pocket Pair has taken a surprising new turn in Japan. According to the latest Games for a report, fresh filings at the Tokyo District Court reveal that Nintendo has modified one of the patents at the heart of their case, asking the courts not to treat mods as prior art, a moves experts are calling both extreme and dangerous. So TLDR on this, basically they're saying that they don't want you to recognize mods as somebody's art because it relies on them owning the game in the first place. So it's all tied back to the original game, which is very dangerous because a lot of things come from the modding community. Like improvements come from that. Like new gameplay ideas come from that. Like this, I mean, the big example that was used was things like Counter-Strike, which was originally a mod for Half-Life, which was then spun off to be its own game. And you wouldn't get that innovation if it wasn't for the modding community. This is kind of like saying that if you release a mod, the original developers owned all rights to it, and that includes any new ideas that you come up with.
I don't think it's that. I think it's more so that like if a mod comes up with an idea, that idea, and then let's say somebody creates a mod for let's say Palworld, and Pokemon sees that and they're like, that's a really cool mod. What we're going to do is we're going to create our next game is going to include whatever that mod does that's unique and cool. Then we can then patent it and make it ours.
Yeah. So that's why I was confused about this news story. So did you see that Nintendo won the patent? They were
in the US.
In the US for summoning monsters.
It's not just summoning monsters. That patent specifically summoning monsters in open world combat, where you go from having seamless, like you can set the monster to attack, to going and transitioning into combat directly there instead of going into an alternate screen.
But it is bullshit. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
For sure.
We're getting into a space where, like, once upon a time, gaming was about evolve. Like, everything was an evolution, right? Something was created. Mario comes out, it's a platformer. Then we see a bunch of platformers come out. With like, if this sort of thing existed back in the day, we wouldn't have had Crash Bandicoot.
Realistically, this patent I don't think is super holdable in court.
No, I'm not so worried about just this pattern though. I'm worried about what precedent it sets in the future for game developers going forward.
To just like patent everything. I mean, we've seen literally we talk about it every time this comes up. We talk about the story of the Nemesis system.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the prime example of like you patent an idea and like no one can use that idea anymore. And if that kind of thing gets a precedent and people start doing it on a egregious level like this, then yeah. And the fact, I think for me, it's the fact that it's saying that like mods aren't prior art. As like, if a mod comes up with the original idea, that still doesn't count as a like an original
It's
idea.
very new. It is very nuanced. I will say that it's a very
Yeah.
nuanced argument because I do also be the corporate guy again. I understand Nintendo's perspective on this. I don't agree with it at all, but I do understand their argument. But it's not right.
Yeah.
You know? It's go on.
I don't understand their argument. I explain
Because their argument is they wouldn't have been able to create said thing without we use Pokemon for instance, right? In case we use Pokemon as the example, right? Pokemon exists, Nintendo have made Pokemon, and then someone makes a mod system within Pokemon. They wouldn't have been able to have made it without Pokemon.
Sure, but that's not what the patent is. Not what the argument is. Their argument is specifically that the idea that the modders came up with
is not
really an idea. It's not really artistic. And here's what I'm going to say, Fix. You've gotten more into modding. How drastically does a game change through mods?
Not drastic enough.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what are we talking about?
You think RP is a mod? Yeah.
No, sorry.
But that's all mods. That is completely mods.
That's completely modded.
It's GTA.
So here's what I'm going to say. Imagine now, let's say in a world where 2K doesn't where Rockstar doesn't buy. They don't buy 5M. What they do instead is the next GTA game comes out and it comes out with some of the stuff the modders made.
Which I think it will.
Systems. Just bear with me.
Okay,
what they then do is they go ahead and they patent the systems. So now what you're going to have to do is all GTA RP servers are gone. Now, the way GTA RP works and everything, 2K doesn't have to uphold to it directly. They have the core systems. It's all their idea. It's all their original idea now. It's not just that it's their original idea, because it does have a lot of the people who made those RP. They did nothing. Is essentially what this is saying.
I get you. Yeah, no, this sucks. I get you. Yeah,
there it is. We got him, guys. We got him.
I knew it sucked anyway. But I was just like, I can understand.
You need to put it in your words. Yeah.
You just got. Sometimes you just got to explain it in a fixed way. You know, just explain it to me in a way that I can comprehend. I'm there with you guys. I'll fight the battle. I'll be out there in the marches. But I understand. Okay, I'm there.
Yeah, I get where you went with it. It's not a case of like them saying like, oh, modders saying like, oh, we own what we created. It's like the idea and concept they came up with is then stealable, or stealable might be. It's stealable is what Nintendo's
stealing. Yeah, they're stealing from modders.
We can use those systems because mods don't prove
you made it in our game.
I don't like stealing. I think using
to be fair, I don't think Nintendo is trying to take these ideas. Nintendo's trying to say like, no, you can't point to mods to say that the patents we've now come out with are not our patents.
So the main, I'm gonna say like just to quickly, the main key of this is that I think Palworld are using mods as an example of like ideas existing previously. Therefore, the patents that Nintendo are trying to argue for, they can't say that they've been stolen from Nintendo if they were used previously in mods. And I think Nintendo are now saying that, well, don't look at mods as prior art because, you know, they rely on our games to exist. And I think that's their argument that Nintendo are making. I don't think it's a case of like they're making this argument because they want to own all the ideas that come up from mods, but it is an egregious thing that if it does go through, there are other companies that could well and truly do that.
There'll be companies that will be set up just to go out and get
go through mods and just based on
mods and things of that nature. 100%, that will be what happens. It's going to set a terrible precedent. 100%, I agree with you on that.
It also, in part, kind of is scary for the modding community, but also just a lot of like indie games that are like, oh, I played this mod and had a really cool concept. Let me go and make a game, and the mod is slightly based off. It's just Nintendo with patents lately have been like in a really weird situation that we're gonna need they're going to need somebody big to oppose them on one, if not a lot of these patents. Hopefully Palworld goes through, but there's like some patents that aren't like directly tied to what they're doing with Palworld that feel like just in case patents that they're starting to file now, which is just a little overboard with Nintendo.
Nintendo always been weird, man. Like, remember their content creation stance of things and stuff like that? Like, Nintendo have just always been this way, to be honest with you. It's a shame because, again, it's a company that we all love. We all love Nintendo. Like, I love watching Nintendo Directs, but they come out with a bloody a Virtual Boy and I'm popping for it. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what are you guys doing? But it's like, we love you, but you just do things so, for lack of better terms, arse backwards sometimes. Like, there's a way about going about things without it being this. But I get different cultures as well, though. Different cultures. Go on, Chris.
I think the easiest solution to the problem that Nintendo's been having has been to make a good Pokemon game, and I think they're unable to do that. So I think this is why they have to go through all this patents.
I agree. I do actually agree with you there. It's like every game that comes out seems to not. Maybe I'm wrong because they sell like gangbusters still, but like they don't seem to be generating the same hype as they once did. And I think things exist now like a Power World where they're like, hold up. They can do this. Yeah. They can do this. How are you guys not done this?
In a cave with a box of scraps. No.
It's an interesting situation. This is Nintendo talk, not really Xbox, but whatever.
I don't know.
We're at a point where a lot of the older Pokemon fans aren't as like diehard for Pokemon, or they like Pokemon so much that like, these are bad games. I do not like this. And younger fans aren't as like, they like Pokemon. They aren't as tied to Pokemon because other options have existed for like their whole life. So Pokemon isn't the center of this idea of capture creatures and like raise them and stuff like that. For some people, like Power World existed at the same time as Pokemon for some of these younger people, as far as they're concerned, right? And there are some people that like the cards are bigger than right now than the games themselves. So it's a very interesting time for Pokemon, and I feel like they're struggling to shift through it because they
feel
don't
like this
make good
is
games.
Yeah, you feel like this is kind of like a knock-on effect of like not having the juice anymore. Of like, well, we need to protect our IP instead because we can't do anything good with it, so we can't let anyone else do anything better with it.
Does a Pokemon MMO not make money?
Like, it does,
what is their problem? Like,
a Pokemon MMO theoretically would kill all future Pokemon games. Because why would you buy the next Pokemon game if you have the Pokemon MMO?
But they could be vastly different, though, right?
But again, the question is that why would you want to make a new Pokemon game if you can get a recurring sub from a Pokemon MMO?
Because Pokemon makes them ridiculous amounts of money, and that's why.
True.
Why take a risk?
It's the no.
Why risk?
It's the no.
Yeah, why take a risk? But put it this way, all right, we've all got Switch 2s.
Yeah.
Who's picking up the next Pokemon game?
Maybe.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah,
we all are. You know you are.
Yeah.
You know you are. Sure, maybe you're not, Crash, but me and D-Spawn 100% are.
Yeah.
I mean, I've picked up the last 4 Pokemon games. I've not played any of them.
Yeah. You know what I'm more interested in? And I don't, like, again, Nintendo podcast, welcome, my Nintendo and me. Pokemon Champions, I don't know if you've seen this. It's basically a free-to-play Pokemon Coliseum where you can import your Pokemon home Pokemon. I'm going to say Pokemon 4 times. But you can import your squad from that into it, and you should do online battles like you went the good old days.
You could already do. There's websites you can go on and do some online Pokemon battles if you want.
No, not on my Switch. I can't.
True.
I guess you're not wrong. I hate that you're not wrong, but you're not wrong.
Last story this week, boys, before we get into the questions and whatever else. Xbox PC app has now aggregated its other storefronts to their games. So for those who don't know, you can now launch all your games from your Epics and your Steams and your GOGs and any other platform that I've not mentioned there, EA Play, all that stuff, all from the Xbox app. It's part of the Insiders preview at the moment. It will be out soon, I'm sure. For everybody. Does this get anybody excited? I like it in concept at the moment. Like, I like it for what it's going to do for the handheld, because I think that will be where I more want to use this. But for my PC, I'm not that bothered by this, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I've just opened up the Xbox app, and it's
this is
kind of feels half baked.
Yeah, in preview.
No, this is fully out.
Oh, it's out now.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
It
don't think
was
oh,
in
okay,
preview.
sorry.
It's fully out now. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Right,
I've got
okay,
the insider preview, and yeah, no, like it feels like Half-Break because like looking at it,
Oh yeah, I see it.
it's like you get obviously the Xbox games have their icons, the non-Xbox games, like some of my Steam games, some of them have an icon, some of them don't.
Yep, same.
Yeah,
Borderlands
and
4
it's
doesn't have an icon.
yeah, so like Enshrouded has an icon, Grounded 2 doesn't, Helldivers 2 doesn't, Skate just has the EA icon. Yeah, and like a bunch of demos. It's not the cleanest. Hopefully in the future they'll start seeing improvements with that. But again, I'm not opening the Xbox PC app as my default app.
No, me either.
Like,
Yeah.
I go to Steam, or I just search for the game itself in my Windows taskbar.
Also, for me, it does not show my Steam games.
Oh, mine does. The
Yeah,
one
mine
thing I
does.
will give them a little bit of credit, yeah, is like I've gone to my games, my library, right? So it's got all my games. They've got the icons there, so it's like very
Okay.
obvious what games are my Steam games, what games are Game Pass games, what games are
Oh yeah, I see it.
other platforms. So yeah, I will give them a little bit of credit. That looks clean in here.
Yeah, so it
I
tells you
agree
which
with you
store you're
though.
getting it
Some of the icons just look terrible as well. Like you can tell it's like, yeah, I don't love it.
Yeah.
Some of it. But again, that's an easy fix. I mean, give me a right click option and change icon for every game that I want, and I can put the image in myself. That would be
Yeah.
huge.
And I'm assuming this is all stuff, this information that's pulled from Steam. So in the back end of Steam, like developers could probably add their own icons into a specific location. Maybe they're just not in for some of these.
Steam,
Yeah.
EA.
Yeah.
Everything's here, by the way. I'm seeing them like I'm seeing every platform that I have is here. So yeah, I mean it looks good, but you're right. I'm just not. My first mind when I log onto my PC isn't let me click the Xbox app.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's always I have Steam
Ever.
auto open, and I'll just go to Steam first.
And I don't even have it all open, but yeah.
You can add. I think you can add games to Steam, but you can not add non-games to Steam. I think
but I don't do that either.
Yeah, no, I mean either. I think I've did it for a couple for like a manual process, but it's just like, yeah, I'm not doing that for every game I own.
I don't.
I do like.
I
that.
like
don't have to do
opening the
anything
app
else.
I need for the thing. I don't want to open an app to open
To
an
open
app,
an app, to then
which is
open an app.
always like it's always the issue with things like this.
How does it work? Oh, wait a minute, I'm going to click play on Borderlands. 1 sec.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay. Borderlands has an update, but it's
Okay.
It has brought up like the Steam screen and it's updating. It's not like it's taken me to another whole thing, which I don't hate.
What if you don't have Steam launched?
And
what if you want to use like
that's a good question. I don't know.
a Ubisoft's platform or an EA platform? Is it
We'll
as
try it.
smooth with every platform? That's the sort of stuff like I would question with this. I don't know.
I'll tell you.
It all might be smooth.
I'll tell you right now, and I'll show it on screen. So I have closed Steam. I have got the Xbox app open. Let's fire up Grounded 2. Why not?
And you got that on Xbox?
No, I got it on Steam. I got the Steam code for it.
Steam Deck.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay, how are we looking?
And it opens up Steam first. So yeah, so it will fire up the marketplace it needs.
Seems unnecessary.
Yeah.
But it's not unnecessary, obviously. But
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where I'm like, oh, okay.
If somebody wanted to, for somebody who enjoys looking at their whole gaming library, I think something like that's probably cool. Where it's like, here's every game I own.
Yeah.
Personally, even with everything, I'm like, show me what I'm installed. Even on Steam, I'm like, I do not want to see every Steam game I own. I want to strictly see the games I installed, specifically in the order that I played them recently.
So again, I will say that it does do that as well. So if you go to your main
Yeah.
homepage on the left-hand side, it shows your most recent played games.
The problem is, it's not showing for me. My Steam games.
Have you linked your Steam account to your Xbox account in the back end of?
No, in Crash, probably not. Probably
because
not.
I think that's where it pulls it from. Because I've linked all of my accounts, so it pulls it from there.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
you know, it's easier than doing that.
Just opening
not
Steam.
doing it at all.
Opening Steam.
I respect it. Crash, guess that game time.
Yes, guess that game for people who don't know is the game where the boys will have 1:30 to ask yes or no questions. I will answer yes or no. At the end of that, they will have to guess what game it is. Fix, can you tell me the scores right now?
Scores currently look like this. Crash is currently sitting on 21 points. Despawn and myself are currently sitting on 19 points. Matt, rest in peace, is currently sitting on 3 points, and guest host Ryan McCaffrey is sitting on 1 point. That's what you told Crash.
Yeah, I need to stop because I might have picked the game that did not come on Xbox.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
The one.
What was the game?
Requisite.
Let me
Let's see
just
if it
make
was
sure
on
it's not
Xbox
on
first.
Xbox.
There's a
Let me just. I have to make sure.
All you got to do is Google search.
Yeah.
It
name,
is on Xbox. It is on
Okay.
Xbox.
It's on
The
Xbox.
problem is
Okay.
the wiki does not say it's on Xbox. The problem.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Someone's not been
okay.
updating the wikis. Got you.
A minute and a half. We're gonna go despawn fix.
Okay.
Starting.
What was the game spoken about before the podcast?
No, it was not.
Was it on the Xbox OG generation? Originally.
No.
Xbox 360.
Yes.
360. Cool. Single player only?
I think it has co-op, but I wouldn't focus on co-op. I would the multiplayer aspect.
Okay.
Did it launch on Xbox 360? Is it on other platforms? Like other Xbox platforms?
Yes.
Okay.
Question mark. I'll check that one for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Backwards compatibility, all right. Is it a modern setting game?
No.
Okay.
Have I played it?
Maybe.
Okay.
Is it one of the big 5 publishers?
Nope.
Okay. Is it a shooter?
No.
Is it a MMO?
No.
Do you shoot guns in the game?
No.
Okay. Is it a fantasy game?
No.
Okay.
Is it MMO?
No.
RPG?
No.
A horror game?
No. Okay. Is it Square Enix game?
No.
Is it?
You guys are out of time.
Yeah. Okay.
I got nothing. Literally nothing. So all I've got is a 360 game. It has co-op.
I'm gonna do a favor.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give you guys both 2 more questions.
Oh, okay. I like that. So I got not modern, not fantasy. Has co-op, but not the focus.
I wouldn't focus on the co-op at all. I wouldn't have known it has co-op. It only says that it has multiplayer in the wiki. I wouldn't have thought it has multiplayer otherwise.
Okay. So my 2 questions: is it part of a franchise? Like, is there multiple games in the series? Okay, so it's a single game.
Also, as far as Xbox is related, I was a little bit incorrect. It's Xbox One game, not a 360 game.
Okay.
Just to clarify that.
I mean,
excuse me.
That's what threw me off
completely.
completely.
Off everything.
Everything.
Look, that's not. What we said is go by the wiki. It's not my fault the wiki didn't fucking have the information.
Yeah.
There's a whole second wiki that has more information. Why there's 2 wikis for this game? I have no fucking clue.
So it's popular enough to have 2 wikis.
No, or it's so obscure that it has 2 wikis.
There's this, yeah. Okay, so it's not Square Enix. I've got one more question.
Xbox One.
Six is looking up Xbox One games.
I'm not, but do you know what I was? Literally typing. I was typing games that come out in 2025. Don't ask me why, but that's where my brain was at. To look at games to go, oh, can I think of something off of that? But yeah. Anyway,
not part of a franchise. Single game in the series, like there is no series. Fitz, you got any questions? I'm thinking of one more, but I don't know what.
Is it a God game?
No.
Like, I can't get we need the, I don't even know what genre
it's a roguelike.
Oh, okay.
It's a roguelike.
Right, okay. Right.
On the Xbox One.
On the Xbox
on the
One.
Xbox One.
Okay. I have an
It
idea
is on other more
platform.
Oh
recent
yeah.
consoles as well.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I've got my
Um,
I've got my guess.
I've got my guess as well. I don't want more questions, but I'm probably wrong. But we'll give it a go.
You guys can ask. You guys each have one more question if you want to ask.
No, I don't want the
No.
question.
Okay.
Okay.
Shovel Knight.
Dead Cells.
It's not Dead Cells. I don't think Shovel Knight is a roguelike.
I wasn't sure, but it was worth the guess.
It was The Binding of Isaac.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Fair enough.
It's why when you said shooter, it's like technically shooting in that, but it's not really.
It's not a shooter.
Yeah, you're not shooting.
Yeah.
You're crying.
I'm gonna
The
do you
tears.
boys a favor, and I'm not gonna get a point this week.
No, you're getting a point. You're getting a point.
Yeah,
You're
you're
getting
gonna
a
have your
point.
point.
You,
Have your
you get
stupid
your
point.
point. All right, can I have my trivia, please?
Trivia me.
You know what would have been a great idea
Having some trivia.
if I had a trivia. Yeah.
Then we just automatically get a point. Either come up with something on the fly right now, or sacrifice your point.
I'm turning up the clock. I don't know why.
You know
Dun,
you can all have a point. Let's all go a point away
That's
from
what
Matt.
I thought. That's what I thought. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
That's fine.
All right, the points look like this: Crash on 22, me and D-Spawn on 20, Matt on 3, Ram McCaffrey on 1. We're not gonna do blind ranking this week because we've gone long, but we'll quickly do a few questions so we can get out of here, so D-Spawn can get back to being a dad. First question: Top Lift 91 says, given how some Switch 2 physical games are game key cartridges, do you think next generation we will see game key discs become a thing? Fresh?
No, I feel like that's just a very Nintendo thing. I think the idea of you also have to look at why Nintendo did game key cartridges. It's to stop game sharing off of more than 2 consoles. Because as it works now is you link 2 consoles and those 2 consoles can share cartridges. You cannot game share, like have your account on multiple consoles.
Wait,
anymore.
what?
Yeah. That's how the cartridge sharing works.
Huh. Wait, would you... Sorry, wait. Wait, oh, you mean the game key ones you can share between 2, not all cartridges?
Yeah, not cartridges, specifically the game key.
Keys, sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Sorry, I was about to have a
No,
meltdown. I was
that would be
about to have
crazy.
a meltdown.
No.
Literally, I was about to
The
be like,
GameCube
what do you mean I
cartridges.
can't share with one? That's
Yeah.
crazy. Sorry, yeah, okay, got you. Okay. I don't. Can I be honest with you? I don't really know what the game key. I bought a Switch 2. I still don't understand the game key things.
It's
So-
the game key is like
are they not keys? What
it's
is
a
it?
digital copy of the game.
Okay.
There's 2 things that it does that makes it worse than what Nintendo had before. One, to first set it up, you have to have the 2 switches next to each other. So you cannot do it like remote. Like me and you can't game share these games this way.
Very smart though. You gotta give it to Nintendo. Very smart.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's very smart. It's very smart. Not good. I don't like it, but it's very smart. Carry on. Number 2.
And then number 2, they can only be linked to 2 consoles, which I think you could only game share either way before with 2 consoles, but now it's like a hard link. You have to unlink with the previous one if you want to link with somebody else. So you have to so you can't like, oh, I'm going to bring my Switch to you and I'll connect with you and then I'm going to go somewhere else and I'll connect with another friend or whatever the case is. You have to deconnect with the last person so they no longer have access.
So I can fly to New York. We can game share. I can fly back home. That's fine.
Yeah, and then we can game. We're good.
Yeah, but only for a month because I think you have to re-up it every month.
No, you
that's
don't.
so
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Do.
Oh, I did not know that.
Nintendo.
That's
I
so
might be wrong.
gross.
I might be wrong.
That's so
I'll double-
gross.
Nintendo,
Fact check
bro,
that
you
one.
look crazy.
I know.
You look crazy.
That I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah,
I'll
it's
look it up,
kind of
but
a
yeah.
dumb system. But no, I don't see a reason. Maybe in the realm of no, I just don't. I was gonna say maybe the handheld, the ROG, the Xbox one that's coming out, might make an argument, but that's just the ROG at the end of the day. I don't see a reason to. Unless one of them get into the handheld space, I don't see this being a thing.
Well, I
And
think
even
PlayStation.
then, I think it makes sense. I think like their Portal was sort of a test run.
Great console. Great
What?
piece of hardware. PlayStation Portal, great piece of hardware. The best hardware ever.
Yeah, you use it all the time, right? You got one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's back there.
It does. I will say I like the look of it.
Oh no, it looks beautiful. I don't
Yeah.
regret buying it at all. From a aesthetic look point of view, no problem. But yeah, it's just not £200 a lot of money for something to sit on your shelf and not be used, in my opinion. So yeah. Stead says, following on, do you think next gen even has disk drives that are not an optional extra? No, I don't think they do. I think you'll see. I think to the way they're gonna sell it to people is you've seen how high costs are on consoles. The only way we've been able to lower the cost of the Xbox 720 is by removing the disc drive, which is now an optional cost at $89.99.
Yeah,
or whatever. What does a disc drive cost nowadays? I don't actually know. So
like 69.
whatever a disc drive costs. There you go.
69.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. I could see Xbox having one more disc drive console. I think Sony for sure is done with it. I think like their disc drive, all their tests of like, oh, here's the moddable console of you can switch these parts out has been super successful for them. I think whatever they do, they'll go that route. I wouldn't be surprised if Xbox sees that and they're like, we're doing that with our next console as well. But there is a possibility that the next generation for Xbox will still be more standard.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards them going the PlayStation route. I think the price limit now is getting so high for access. They'll want to keep that price as low as possible, and the only real way to do that is to remove functionality like a disc drive. And yeah, like they say, I think this generation has been a very big push to obviously subscription services, buying digitally and things like that. I think that push it'll continue. I think it'll be like the people that still want their discs and still want to play discs. We'll offer you a disc drive option, but it will be like I say, like the PlayStation 5 disc edition, where it's like you can add it as an optional extra.
Yeah,
it's mad. I've gone back to this.
Yeah.
Straight, like Matthew has been disc. I'm gonna pick up Hell Is Us for a disc. It's like it's very strange to me that I've gone back to this all of a sudden.
Yeah. I think I think all digitals is like the 360 age, where possible. But yeah, it's kind of nothing new to me. And like I say, I'm a PC gamer now. Like, where do you get a disc? PCs don't even come with disc drives anymore.
No, exactly. Is there a reason, Crash? Was you going to ask?
Yeah, is there a reason why?
Money is I'd say is probably the reason. I'm picking up a lot more my single player, narrative driven, shorter games as discs, so I can then take them back into CEX or send them on Vinted. Again, you got to remember, I'm buying and selling a lot at the moment. We're going boot sales, right? So I'm dealing with a lot more physical media again than I have done in the past probably 10 years, if I'm being honest with you. So it's like, well, if I've got a box of PS2 games for sale, what's the difference between me adding an Xbox Series X game? It doesn't really make a difference. So if I picked up Mafia on Vinted a week after it came out for £40, instead of £60, it's there £50, then I can sell it right now effortlessly to CEX, which is like our video game store stuff, for £28. So I really only paid, £20. I'm making my money. Where if I would have bought it on PC, where I don't think it was running amazingly anyway, but I would have bought it on PC for £50 and then not have played it again. I will never play that game again, ever. Which there's an interesting question coming up about that actually in a second, but I will never play it again. So yeah, to me it just made sense. Again, Hell Is Us again. It's another game I'm not sure if I'm gonna love. It's not a franchise. It's not a franchise yet and stuff like that. Metal Gear's coming out physically. I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna keep that. That's something I'm gonna keep in my collection. But yeah, it's case by case basis. It's very specific for physical media. But yeah, it's strange that I've gone back. But yeah, I will always buy a console with a disc drive if that's the option. Just because, sometimes, and again, especially in my line of work, sometimes weirdly, the games PR are like, we don't have enough keys. We'll send you a physical copy though. So there's that as well. Next one, Top Lift says, with yet another price increase for the current Xbox Series consoles, and the rumor around $899.99 point for the ROG Ally X, do you think next generation of consoles could hit the £1,000 price point?
No. I think
No,
they
I
will do
don't know.
everything in their power to avoid that. I think, yeah, like people see there's this a conception that consoles are the cheap way to play games
Yeah,
compared to a PC. And I think once you hit like the 4-digit price point, then it becomes that kind of, it has that switch in your head where it's like, all right, we're into expensive territory now. I'll just buy a PC. And I think console manufacturers will want. I know that there's a price difference between like what a £1,000 PC can do compared to a console, but I think
sure.
there is a mindset where it's like at that point I might as well just keep saving and get the PC, right? And I think the easy access to get a console under your TV, you want to get that like price as low as possible.
People already have that conversation now with them being the price they are. So like
Yeah.
that's not like at 1,000 for some people it'll be like the easiest decision for them. It's like the console makers will essentially have made that decision for them of like, okay, cool, I'm just waiting to get a PC now.
It'll be laptops. I think gaming laptops at that point will go through the roof because you'll have people who are on the fence about consoles that play just Call of Duty or just FIFA and things like that, and they'll go, okay, what's the best way for me able to play this with the cheapest way? And like, there's always going to be a laptop out there that can run FIFA and Football Manager. And I know I'm using very specific things, but like, I think you're going to see people. £1,000 is so much money. Like, I couldn't even imagine being a kid in like today and being like, the new console comes out at 1,000, be like, Mum, I want the I want the PlayStation 6 or the Xbox 2 or whatever it's going to be, Series 7. Like, how much is it, son? £1,000. Okay, save up for it. Like, what? How's a 7-year-old or an 8-year-old meant to save up their birthday money to £1,000? It's just inconceivable.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking online now, like best gaming laptops of 2025, and it's like some of them are like £600, like 560. Like they're not going to be like top of the level, but it's like
no, of course not.
But you get that on like a monitor and you're set, right?
I don't think so.
I think you're not. I don't think you're because you don't like it. I think your bias might be there.
No,
But
it has nothing to do with my like or not my dislike. It's when you think about like what they're replacing the console, and like where does the console go? It's home setup.
But a laptop's even easier.
Most people aren't connecting to your TV. Most people
no, I don't think they're going to connect to their TV. I don't think they're going to.
But that's where people get their consoles for.
No, yeah, sure, but I'm saying I can see that changing.
But I don't think that'll change.
Okay, maybe not.
I think if they're going to go as far as that change, I think those people aren't going to just go switch to the laptop. They might get a handheld in that case. They might go ahead and buy a PC in that case. I think the laptop is just such a middle ground of like the people who get laptops are the people who travel a lot.
Yeah, I don't think it is just that, but I just envision a mum being like, "Oh, you want to?" I can see mums like, "Oh, you want the new console? It's £1,000. Or do you want to get this laptop? You can do schoolwork on it as well, and it plays your games that you want to play." Yeah, okay, mum, I'll get that. Bam.
I don't think
like that. I think to my mum, if let's say it's a £1,000 console versus a £1,000 laptop for like me, and I'm selling it to my mum, the idea is going to be, oh, I can play games on it, mum. Oh, but I can also do my schoolwork.
In that regard,
like,
yeah. But
people
like, kids already do that in that
sure,
regard.
But I'm saying like I can see that being more compelling when the consoles. How much is this? £1,000?
Yeah,
hell no! I'm not paying £1,000 for this just to because the idea is very much just to play games. £1,000. I've not even bought a game yet.
Where it's like
£1,000. All right, it's £1,000, but he can do his homework on it. He could. I can see the argument coming around
from that
more.
perspective. I can see from like specifically like the parent buying their kid thing. Sure.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't think it will be. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think about more like on the FIFA and the Call of Duty levels, like those people, those kids that are playing.
But those, I'm not specifically talking about kids. I think once you go past being kids, I don't think they're going to be looking at laptops.
I do. I use like my friends. I think my friends won't touch a PC ever. Like to them, playing on PC is the nerdiest ass nerdy shit. They don't understand that they're playing on PCs right now on this console. But I've had them ask me, "Oh, should I get a laptop? Do you think?" I'm like, "No, get a desktop. I'm not getting that." I'm not getting that. Like they're like, I'm not touching that. There's no way.
Next
to
time you
them,
talk to them,
can.
you have to
Talking to these
explain
people
that the
idiots.
nerdiest thing you can do is get a gaming laptop.
Oh,
And be
sure.
like, I'm gonna play my games on that.
Sure,
Yeah,
but
and
they don't get that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
when you guys are talking about like the Call of Duties and the FIFAs and all them kind of people, there's going to be a limit to them as well, where they're going to be like, I'm not paying £1,000 for a console that I will only play
Exactly.
2 games on.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that was the thing about the S, right? The S was meant to be.
I'll pay £400
only-
to $450. Yeah,
I'll pay £300 for this console that I'll turn on maybe 3 times a week, if that. Now it's like I'll pay. I'm not paying £1,000. The battle of the price point between PlayStation and Xbox is going to be huge next gen with all these tariffs. Who can eat the cost the most is the one that's going to do relatively well. PlayStation's got its hardcore audience; they're not going anywhere. Like, let's be realistic. Like, they bought the PS5 Pro, the PS5 Pro. Like, they've proven the price point don't matter. Was that $699 when it came out?
Yeah,
and the uproar wasn't crazy.
There was uproar.
There was a rubber. It was more laughing at the fair weather.
That's what I'm saying. It was more you are idiots. It wasn't like an outrage.
Yeah. There were still people who were like, actually, £700 for a full next-gen refresh? I'm okay with that. I mean, it's not a next-gen refresh. We know that. But, like, people, the way they tried to sell it, it was. But, yeah, now, like, I don't. To answer Totler's question, we are not seeing a £1,000 console next generation.
No, definitely
and if
not.
we do, that console is dead on arrival.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We'll see who announces first.
Well, Xbox is supposed to have theirs theoretically ready
Next year.
first, no?
We'll see.
I think they delay that as much as they can. I
do. I reckon there'll be a lot of talk of moving production to another country as well.
Guys, we do an Xbox podcast and none of us would buy it.
Not £1,000, I wouldn't.
I don't think you buy 800.
600.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. We're having conversation about an Xbox handheld that we've all dreamed about, and we're like, oof.
Zero chance.
Yeah, sure, but again, you are a very specific case, Crash. You might be the only person I know who comes on a weekly podcast and just hates everything, other than fighting games, MOBAs, and big titty anime games.
I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. I hate those as well.
Wait, you hate big titty anime girls?
I hate big titty anime girls. Man, I never see another big titty anime girl.
All right, let's do 2 more, then we're getting the hell out of here. Ken Doyle says, do you use the extra buttons / paddles on the Elite or other Pro controllers? Let me show you something. I have this. This is the Xbox Elite 2 controller. Beautiful controller. Let me show you the back of it. Never used a paddle in my life.
So I did use the paddles on mine.
Trash-ass gamers.
No, I did use the paddles on mine.
Never used a paddle a day in my life. Yeah. No way.
My problem was I kept accidentally knocking them when I'm in like an FPS or something. So I'd accidentally just throw a grenade or crouch at the wrong moment or something like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm taking these off. And yeah, no, put them back
on.
Put
it this way, Ken. I don't even know where the paddle is right now. Where the paddles are. Yeah. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, mine's in the case. I don't know where the case is.
So, back in the day, let's go Gears 3 days when Gears 3 first came out.
Yeah, I remember that.
A miraculous controller from Razer, which is much less known for
not writing over controllers.
Yeah, the keyboards and stuff like that. That's what they're known for nowadays. But back then, what they got like their big startup on was actually MMO mouses and I think it was the Thundercat, the one that I had gotten specifically for Gears of War. It came with extra paddles on the back, and what you would do is you would bind the wall bounce button, the one to go into cover on the back one, so you could aim and wall bounce at the same time. That is the only time I ever got it. That is the only time I would ever really use it. Modern Gears of War controllers have a new scheme where you can bind the wall bounce to, I think it's LB, so you can aim and shoot and do all the good stuff without the need.
Crash, I played Reloaded.
Did you? Rough.
Oh, mate. Yeah. I'm scared for E-Day.
Yeah. Gonna get
Reloaded is also it's Gears of War 1. There's a lot of like shenanigans in Gears of War 1 as well.
But I'm terrified for E-Day, where I'm just like, wow, like literally, it's funny because I was talking in game chat to the people in the party as well, and I'm like, first game we play, I get 1 kill. I'm like, guys, I swear, I used to be amazing at this game, and just like these kids are just laughing at me the whole time, like, it's okay, Ugg, it's okay, we believe you. I'm like, God damn it,
damn son.
But yeah, no, I've never used. Back in the day, I did back when I was playing Warzone main when I was using Elite Control 1. I used to use them back then, but other than that, no, I've took them off now. And the reason I have the Elite 2, number 1, I like the feel. Number 2, I like the look. Number 3, I like the raised analog sticks.
Number 4, I like the weight.
Huge. The weight is huge.
Yeah.
It feels so different going back to
I can't
like,
use
no more premium, right?
Yeah. So I use
and USB-C.
Yeah, so I need to switch it round because I currently use my Starfield controller on my PC because my Elite controller is linked to my Xbox. But I never play on Xbox.
You can link 2.
Yeah, no, but it's always a bit finicky for me for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, interesting. I've got my Elite linked to my PC and my...
Yeah, I'll just switch it round and just use the Elite. Yeah, because my Elite is so much better. And yeah, and it's got my name on it. No, it's great. Therefore,
cool story, bro.
Gameplay, yeah. But yeah. Don't use
I can't go back to using light controllers at all. Like those cheap Mad Cats ones. Do you guys have Mad Cats over there?
Yeah. Okay.
It does.
I don't know.
Yeah. Last question before we get out of here. Ken Doyle again. He says, do you play New Game Plus in games or move on? I tend to move on.
Depends on the game.
Yeah.
So 2 reasons why I would do a New Game Plus. It is a 10 out of 10 game of the year. Hello, Expedition 33. Or something fundamentally changes in the gameplay that would require you to do a New Game Plus, such as Starfield. Again, not getting into too many spoilers on that because I know a lot of people never finished the game, which is a very big shame. But that game does change quite a bit.
I'll start the game.
But that game does change quite a bit depending on how like choices you make in your playthroughs. So yeah.
Go on, Crush.
If I like a game enough, if it has a really good combat, I'm likely to do New Game Plus. I did New Game Plus for Final Fantasy VII Remake, I think, on the harder difficulty with all the bells and whistles. I've done it for God of War, the new, not OG God of War. I don't think OG God of War's had New Game Plus, but
2, or you know about the first one?
The first one.
Oh,
the first one. I did it for Lies of P. I have to, for me, it's more of a like, I enjoy the gameplay and I want to play with all the bells and whistles. I think if Devil May Cry 5 had it, and I can't fully recall, I believe I did it for it if it did it, but I might be wrong about that.
See, it's a weird one for me. The only games I ever play New Game Plus for lately is Resident Evil. Like, they're the only games that I ever play like New Game Plus. Which is usually not even that big a deal because it's usually just like a bonus weapon in the box that you get when you get to the first box. Other than Village wasn't that, actually. It was a bit different. But you know what I mean. Anyway, nature of the beast, obviously, with work, is move on to the next thing, which is a shame. Because, again, the games you guys have mentioned, Final Fantasy VII, for me, is one of my favorite games probably ever at this point. Remake. And yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get to a New Game Plus on it. Maybe when I'm older and or I'm not doing this as a job, or the job changes and people want to watch older games. But it's just right now, it's such a hard ask to go back and play. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to next month for horror, because like it's the one time I get to. I haven't played the newest Dark Pictures Anthology. I haven't played the newest one of that. It's like me and Haley get to sit down and play that. Like, it needs to be like a theme or a reason to be able to get me back in, which is a real shame just because of the nature of work. But old game's old, as we say. A new game is new. And there is a lot of new games coming ahead of us. Let's plug. Get the hell out of it. D-Spawn, we got to plug this week, my friend.
I'm going to plug something that's coming up next week. I will be streaming the video games on the internet live for you people. So I'm going to be playing Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. For those who don't know, this is a survival horror kind of crafting game. We played it previously on the channel. Thank you to the people over at Dead God Media. I'm going to be playing it next Wednesday. So keep an eye out for that. I will announce it in all the Discord.
Have you played
and
this
stuff.
yet, Crash?
No, I've not.
You need to play this.
Yes. Well, if you come hang out in chat, you might get the chance to play it, because thank you again to Dead Good Media. They're giving me a code for the game, which I will be giving away to chat. So make sure you are there live. And yeah, we will hopefully give away a game to somebody in the community. But yeah, no, I'm really enjoying like the new update coming this week. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Like new escape options, new weapons. They did a big update recently to add a load of new weapons into the game. So yeah, I'm excited to jump back into it and show it off for you guys.
Which game is this? Is the
side scroller,
Side-scrolling.
extremely hard, like
with like lock picking, and you have to like
exactly.
pick. Got it. Okay.
You need to play it though. It's definitely with it. I want to. It's funny enough. I got the same email. I haven't replied to it yet. But
You should get 2 codes.
Yeah, exactly. I give Crash code. But I want to play the new update because I think I do actually really like the game. The time I played with it, I really enjoyed it. So I want to play it again before the end of the year to see if it can crack the top 10 list. So yeah, looking forward to this. I might join you on the 24th.
Okay.
And just hang and just watch the playthrough. And just commentate along. So yeah. If not, we'll figure out something. But yeah, I might join you. Crash, what you got to plug?
Podcast reviews.
Oh God.
We've had absolutely no podcast reviews over here in the States
What the
since
hell?
July 7th. That's a long time to go without any reviews. So if somebody could please do me a favor, just one of you, go in there, 5-star review. You can leave whatever comment you want. Talk about Matt and how disappointed you are that he never fucking shows up, and then screenshot that and then tag him on Twitter or Instagram or wherever the else you can find him, and just let him know that you miss him. Also, I haven't told the boys this, but October 2nd, I'll be doing a stream on my Xbox Me channel.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah.
What's coming out October 2nd?
Digimon.
Okay. Fair enough.
I respect it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You couldn't let you have your moment, Despawn.
I see you streaming, but hey, you're not streaming Digimon. Like, you're right, I'm not.
I'm happy to announce that I will be also streaming on twitch.tv/mcfixer. Feel free to come over and hang out with me. Podcast reviews in the UK as well. We've not had a single review since July 27th. Please don't force me to go on holiday to get reviews, because that's kind of sad.
That is kind of sad.
It would be a good excuse to go on more holidays.
I
guess it needs more reviews, guys. I'm sorry.
I pay for it on the business card. And technically, it's a business trip if I'm going there for that reason, right? I'm just going to get podcast reviews.
Do you think maybe that's why Matt's been so absent? It's just that he's out there trying to fight for reviews for the podcast.
Exactly. That's why we've had none. That's why we had none. But apparently, in whatever country he's been in, we've been getting crazy reviews. He just didn't tell us.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Makes so much sense. Until next time, we'll love you, leave you. See you later. Keep being amazing. Good boys.
#where's Matt?